This is a demo and review of SearchAtlas. It's an all-in-one SEO tool built specifically for in-house marketers and agencies. Now, this tool presents data in a very unique way to help you build out your SEO campaigns. So keep on watching to learn more about why this tool is very different than the plethora of other SEO tools out there. Okay, so being in the SEO industry for about 10 plus years now, I've used dozens and dozens of different SEO tools. Now, those other SEO tools, I use them for maybe one or two things, but SearchAtlas is an overall software suite, and you could use this one tool for all of your SEO work. Okay, so that includes your on-page and your off-page strategy. Okay, so in terms of the features, you can perform your keyword research with the tool. You can create and optimize your landing pages and your blog posts. You can even check your domain authority and your backlink profile. All right, and what makes this tool even more unique is the fact that you can integrate your Google Search Console with the tool. So you can analyze that data within the tool in a very unique and actionable way, and I'll show you how that all works in a moment. And like I said, it's an all-in-one digital marketing toolkit. So you can do your keyword research, your competitive analysis, your content writing, your backlink analysis, all of that just with this one marketing toolkit. And it definitely does have an elevated UX and UI. I really like their content marketing features. You could do your content research, write your content. It guides you as you write your content. It even has an AI tool as well, an AI robot, which helps you write content. And it's built for the masses and the masters. So one thing that really stood out to me is the fact that the way that it presents data, the reports that it has, does come from an agency point of view. So if you are an agency, this is an excellent tool to have. Even if you are an in-house marketer, if you need to report on your SEO data to upper level management, this is a really great tool to have as well. Okay, so when you log in, this is the dashboard. Okay, so on the left are all of your various tools. So right off the bat, it might look like a lot to digest, and that was the case for me in the very beginning, but really the tool consists of three main parts. You have your main SEO tools, other tools, and orders. So you can order services, you can check out their other tools here, but for the bulk of this video, I'm gonna be focusing on their core SEO tools right here. So the first part is their content. Okay, so their SEO Content Assistant, I think, is really what makes this tool stand out for me personally. So their SEO Content Assistant basically guides you in writing and optimizing your content. Okay, so to start, all you do is add your target keyword. So if you are starting a new blog article, you can add that target keyword for your article right here, choose your country, and then click on this purple button right here. Or if you want to optimize an existing article, just click on the import from URL link, add your link, and then the tool will analyze your copy and give you suggestions. Okay, so right now I have 4 articles in progress. Okay, you can actually change the status of each article by clicking the drop down. You can see the overall score, you can see the target keywords, and then you can see whether or not you started this article from scratch or if you imported the article via a URL. So I'm actually going to click into this one article right here. So this is how the Content Assistant looks like. At the very top, you can see your title, your URL, and then of course you can edit your page URL, and then the tool will reread the data. Metadata here, you can view and edit your title and also your meta description. And you can even have the AI generate new meta new meta titles and descriptions for you. Okay, so maybe if you want to mix things up a little bit, if you're having some writer's block, you can use their AI to generate different variations, and you could use the suggestions that you think are beneficial for this article. Okay, and then you could change the status here and view other settings right here as well. And then you could view your main target keywords. You could view the search volume, keyword difficulty, the average cost per click. And what's really cool is you could even dive deeper by clicking on this icon right here and just analyze this specific keyword. You could view the keyword difficulty, the search volume over time, your top competitors, suggested keywords, autocomplete, questions that people ask. You could view related keywords, so you could view the trends over time, search volume, average cost per click, so on and so forth, okay? You could even view the SERP overview, right? So you could take a look at the main competitors, see what their titles are, see what the websites are. You could view the content score, word count, domain rating, right, so on and so forth, to determine whether or not you can potentially compete within this space, right? And within the related keywords table right here, you can actually add these as target keywords. All right, so you can make sure you are mentioning those keywords and building content around these specific topics so you can actually rank for them. And then the tool also gives you suggested target keywords as well. And then this kitchen sink right here, you can edit your copy however you want to. You can even add images, you can share this out, and you can even use their AI content generator to generate new content ideas. So if you are having writer's block, if you want new ways to talk about this content, you could use their AI generator to help you with that. Okay, so like I said earlier, I did import this from an existing page from one of my websites. So you can view here, edit your content however you wish. And what's really cool is that you can use the AI to write according to each specific copy block. Okay, so really great way to improve your content, to make this a much more long form content piece, maybe make this a skyscraper piece of content to really make sure you can rank as high as possible for your target keywords. Now, as you write, you'll notice on the right-hand side some very informative information. You could view your content score, right? You could view your current word count, and then it gives you the suggested range as well, okay? So you can continue writing and make sure you are within that suggested range. You could view your readability here, and it even gives you some topical terms that you need to add within your body copy. It even gives you some questions that you may want to address, and you could view your top ranking competitors as well, right? So if you need to figure out how a specific competitor talks about a specific type of topic in detail, you could click on these competitors, read their copy to give you some additional ideas on how you can potentially write better content. And then you can even view the technical tab. So you could view the score from a technical perspective, right? You could view how well your title is written, look at robots meta tag, canonical tag, so on and so forth. Make sure all of your technical aspects are properly in place. You could view your rich media and tags as well, like images, videos, so on and so forth. It counts them, and you can really keep track on what types of media you have on your page. And then lastly, this AI subtopics tab, you can actually generate an outline to help you with increasing the overall content score, increasing the length, so you can make sure you are talking about all of these target keywords in a very robust and thorough way. You can view all of these different outlines here, and whatever card you see kind of makes sense for this particular article, you can just click on Add to Article, and we'll add it to your article where you can build upon that content, right? So this is how the AI Content Assistant works. Next part is Content Planner. So this one is another very powerful tool as well. So say, for example, you're thinking about creating a list of content for a certain amount of time, per quarter, per month, per year. You can add your main target keyword here and click on Create Content Plan, and it will generate some relevant topics around your main keyword here. Okay, so you could use this report to build a website that's very topically relevant around your main topic, right? So each card can be a specific page that you write and publish on your website. So these are all the relevant topic ideas here. You can see some keywords within this cluster here, right? So you can make sure you mention all of these keywords listed here. You can see the monthly search volume, cost per click, the ranking potential. Okay, so for example, if you think this is a good article for you, you can actually click on Generate Article Suggestions, right? So you can actually have the AI generate article suggestions for you to kind of speed things up in your content creation process. You could even click on Create New Article, and then you could start writing an article around this particular topic, right? And you could even filter as well. I really like the ranking potential filter. Say, for example, you have a newer site, not much authority. You can filter by maybe very easy. So you could apply filter and only look at these cards where it's easier for you to rank, right? So this could be a really good strategy to start for a newer website, right? Even for on-page audit, you can add your page URL here, add your keyword, and click on Run Audit. The tool will analyze your page and give you some suggestions on what you need to do to improve your on-page content. Okay, so you can view your content score right here. And I really like how this bar graph is displayed because it tells you your content score compared to your main competitors. So it looks like I'm just below the ideal range right here. So I do need some work in terms of a content perspective, right? I need to increase my content length. I need to focus on more keywords and word count. I really like this as well. Looks like my page is not meeting that ideal range right here, right? And then you could view your overall readability. My readability is good, so I don't need to worry too much about changing my readability. And then you can even see the performance against your competitors. So I really love this table here because it lists out your main competitors, their position, their content score, how many words your competitors have, readability, and their domain traffic. So you can compare yourself with your competitors and see how much you need to improve your content score compared to your competitors. Right? You could even view your page structure information right here, your focus terms. It lists out all of these terms, usage, search volume, right? So you can make sure you're targeting all of these terms at an ideal amount. It even has some recommended in links and some recommended out links as well. So really make sure your linking strategy is on point. You can even view your technical data. So you could view your technical score and view the technical side of your page as well. So really just this report is a one-stop shop in really optimizing your page to make sure that it has the best opportunity to rank as high as possible. Now, lastly, within the content stack, you have your content ideas. So it's similar to Content Planner, but this one I think is a little bit more specific. So let's just say we want to generate content ideas around essential oils. So you can just add that keyword there, click on Generate Ideas, and it lists out all of these different content ideas for you that are around essential oils. Okay, so you could view the title and then some copy here. Okay, so you can look at the titles, see which ones make sense, right? So you don't need to start from scratch. You could use their tool as a start off point for you, all right? So it kind of gets your creative juices flowing. It kind of gets you motivated to actually start writing your blog by looking at this list of blog ideas right here. So whatever one kind of stands out to you, just click on Create Article, and then it'll open up a new page where you can start writing your article, right? So a really, really easy way to kick off your content writing process. Next part is Google Search Console Insights. So this is another powerful feature set as well. So you could connect your Google Search Console and you could view that data within this tool, but in a much more easy to digest, much more actionable way. All right, so you could view your content position history over time, okay? You could view any relevant Google algorithm updates right here, and you can view this legend, which shows you the either increases or decreases of your keyword rankings in specific positions, okay? So it looks like there is a pretty significant increase in my keyword rankings between position 4 and onwards, okay? So you could really see which types of keywords are either increasing or decreasing over time. So very helpful in determining what types of keywords have shown movement. Okay, you could see your search overview information right here. And this is pulled from Google Search Console, so nothing too new right here. But top pages, you can see your top pages, your traffic, your impressions. And I really like the SEO performance KPIs because it shows you over time your 30-day trailing search impressions. Okay, so you could see whether or not your site has been increasing or decreasing in impressions over the 30-day period. Same with organic traffic. And the statistics section is also very, very powerful because it shows you specifically, for example, the Google rank change. You can see over time how your rankings have fluctuated. Okay, so this is another really great way to just visualize your data in a much more easier to digest way. So right off the bat, I know that my site has been performing much better from a ranking perspective since November of last year, right? But for the majority of 2021, my site hasn't been performing that well from a ranking perspective, but it started picking up last November. And I could easily see this just within a couple of seconds of analyzing this line graph. And then you could even see some additional, more detailed information in terms of on a page-to-page level. You could see SEO potential, traffic, average position, search impressions, right? So you could see what my changes, right, over time, right? So you could see increase of 20, increase of 1, right? So you could see easily what the average position is for all of these pages, okay? You could even see keyword-specific data here, keyword movements, keyword cannibalization, which is very important, especially for larger websites, right? Okay, and then you can also kind of go maybe a little bit deeper on just looking at top pages. So you could see a graph here just focusing on your top pages distribution. And then right above that, you could see more of like an executive overview. So how many pages rank on the first page, total impressions, total traffic, traffic value, right? You can view your top pages here with that data that we just kind of looked at a moment ago. You could see the top keyword for specific pages. And then you can even click on top keywords and go a little bit deeper on a keyword level perspective. I really like the top position changes report. You could see the improved keywords, new keywords, declined keywords. So this set of data, these 3 charts are excellent to report maybe on a month-to-month basis, maybe to your clients, to your management team. You can let them know which keywords have improved, which new keywords your site is ranking for, and which keywords have declined, and maybe you could figure out a strategy to improve the rankings of your declined keywords. And then you could go a little bit deeper in the top keywords, view new keywords, improved keywords, declined keywords, so on and so forth. Analyze this data to give you a much more better idea of what you need to do to improve your keyword rankings for your website, okay? Next one is research tools. So this is where you do all of your competitive analysis, right? So you could do competitor researcher tool right here. So you could add the domain of your competitor and you could analyze your competitor and see how well they're doing, okay? From a keyword level perspective, Okay, so you could see over time what their keyword position history has been. I really like this legend right here. So similar to the Google Search Console Insights, it shows you, the increases between the highest ranking keywords, hyper traffic, striking distance, right? So really great way how they bucket keywords according to these types of categories here. Really, really cool. You could even see this graph here. You could see any paid traffic they've done, what their organic traffic has been like over time. You could see different categories, country distribution. So all of this very helpful keyword level data, URL level data, look at how many ranking keywords they have, how much traffic their different URLs have, so on and so forth, to determine what types of keywords you may need to be focusing on, what types of pages you may need to create for your own website. And then you could even do Keyword Researcher. So this Keyword Researcher tool is where you do the bulk of your keyword research. Okay, so you can add your keyword, your head term here, analyze it, and let's just click on one report, view details. So you could see the keyword level difficulty, right? So you could see whether or not you want to target this keyword according to the keyword level difficulty. You can see the search volume over time. You can see top 3 competitors, suggested terms, autocomplete, questions. So these 3 tables are great areas to look at in figuring out other additional topics, subtopics to potentially create content around. And you can see the SERP overview. I really like the SERP overview because it shows you your competitors, the content score, and domain rating, right? So the domain ratings are quite high, as you see here. You see the numbers and the red, right? So it is very hard, right? It's an 80%. It's very hard because all of these websites have high domain authority, right? Even though the content score might not be that high, they are probably ranking because their domain rating is just so high. So if I were a new website, I don't think this particular keyword would be a good keyword for me to compete with, right? So you can even view Content Researcher, okay? So you can add specific keyword here. Let's do essential oils. You can generate a report and you could view the ranking potential, all right? So it says challenging, which makes sense. Search volume, you can see search volume, top competitor content, similar keywords. Maybe you want to focus on a different keyword that's less competitive or that's a little bit different that you haven't thought of in the past. I really like this as well. You could see relevant terms used by competitors. So these are different focus terms here. You could view your top 10 competitors and whether or not they have used these focus terms, okay? And then backlinks. So you could use this tool for all of your backlink work. Okay, so backlink analyzer, you could add your URL and your competitor URLs here. And then you could see using this, like the different, very helpful data right here. I really like this graph. You could see, how many backlinks I have that have a domain authority between specific ranges. Okay, so I could see that this particular competitor has much more backlinks from websites that have higher domain authority than my website. Okay, so I have a lot of work to do and I can easily find that just looking at this graph here. And for more details, you could view all of your backlinks here, domain rating, so on and so forth. You could even view the categories from these backlinks. You can see the linked landing page. And I really like the suggested outreach tab here because this report shows you the suggested places where you can potentially do some outreach to and try to get a backlink pointing to your website, right? You can even see the top categories, domain ratings, so on and so forth, okay? So this table right here is pulled from your competitors, okay? So if your competitors have backlinks from here, it makes sense for you to try to get backlinks from wherever your competitors have backlinks as well, okay? And then you could even view topical relevance. So this is another report where you could view different categories here compared your website with your competitor's website, right? So it looks like my top category is business, but my competitor is technology. So that gives you a lot of insight into the types of websites that are linking to you and also to your competitors. Okay, you could view different backlinks here, domain rating, and different categories. And this data, I don't think I've noticed on other SEO tools. So a very, very unique set of reports from Link Graph, right? So anchor text, you could view anchor text data here. So branded, other, naked, long tail, high cost per click, right? And different, again, so broken down. So different categories, the percentage, target value, count, right? So this gives you a lot more information on maybe your anchor text strategy for your backlink, overall backlink campaign. Maybe you need more naked URLs or branded terms or long tail anchor text, right? So this really helps you out with that. And then backlink velocity. So you can see over time what the velocity has been like for you and also your competitors. Right, so that's the bulk of the SEO tools. They also have other tools too. So you could see your focus terms. Okay, you could add any keyword here, and you could get detailed insights into your focus terms, including importance, frequency, and top SERP competitors. Okay, so you could see for electric car, different keywords here, the importance score, average number of times used, how many sites, right, have this keyword. You could even see SERP metrics. So the different URLs, the content score, and the word count. So it really gives you a nice holistic overview of what types of keywords are being used for various different websites, right? And the importance score, okay? And then local search results. I think this is really helpful for any type of agency that works with local clients. You can add the search term and the location. So let's just say, let me just add that there. You could do search, and you can basically see the Google search results page for that keyword according to the location that you've set it to. Okay, so if you are in New York, but you have a client in Los Angeles, you could basically use this tool to view how the SERP results are like in whatever geographic location you want. And schema generator is really, really helpful because you can basically build your JSON LD markup for all of these different elements right here. Very, very easy to use. You just fill in the form and the markup is right here. You can copy it and then paste it onto your website. And then you could even do the bulk domain authority checker. So if you have a list of maybe competitor websites or websites where you're thinking about doing outreach to, you can add them here and analyze their domain authority, page authority, so on and so forth, right? And then lastly are orders. So you can order some backlink services, so on and so forth right here. So you don't need to do everything yourself. You can use their services to help you with your overall SEO strategy. All right, so that's how SearchAtlas works. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. And if you want to check out my other software reviews, feel free to click any of the videos on the screen. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next one.